Hi everyone, and welcome back to Tripping Off OJ. On this episode, we're headed to Cancun, Mexico from Atlanta to celebrate Jarius' 33rd birthday. On this trip, we stayed at the Planet Hollywood Resort, but we stayed on the adult side, so it's called Planet Hollywood Adult Scene. We had a swim out suite, we stayed for about 6 nights, and we booked through Delta Vacations. There's our price right there. In this video, we'll talk about the good, the bad, and even the ugly things we encountered during our stay at the Planet Hollywood and even on the adult scene side. Also, if you have any questions or concerns or even stories to tell, please leave it in the comment section and we'll get back to you. But without further ado, let's get into it. When you book your stay with Delta Vacations, it includes transportation. However, Jarius and I opted into paying extra for private transportation. Delta Vacations includes shared transportation. Also, when staying on the adults only side of Planet Hollywood, you don't get to come in that main lobby entrance. So if you're like us and you watch some YouTube videos, you don't really get to experience that applause, a round of applause when you're entering into the resort. Instead, you pull up nicely to your adults only side of the resort without any hand claps. Now, let's get into the ugly.
First up, Casper.
If you're familiar with our channel, then you see that we cruise on Carnival cruise ships often. We love God's Burgers, and we chose this resort because they had one. We quickly realized the quality was not the same. It did not taste the same.
Overall, it was trash, and we don't play about God's Burgers.
Our room wasn't ready when we first got to the resort, so we hung out at the pool until it was, where we purchased a bottle of Don Julio in Clase Azul. Esteban let us know that our purchase included a free VIP section for that night at the club, which turned out to be a really good time.
When we got to the resort, our room wasn't ready, so we had to wait about 2 hours till maybe 3 p.m. in order to check into our room, but we just hung out and had a good time by the pool until then.
After waiting a few hours, our room is finally ready, and here it is. We had a swim out suite, which was really nice. Our swim out suite was open for 24 hours, opposed to the normal community pools only being open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it was nice just to have a body of water to ourselves that we could access anytime. Other than that, pretty standard room. We had a stock mini bar, not as many snacks as I would like. I've been to other resorts that had more chips and stuff. I really had to ask every day, can I please have some chips? They were really stingy with the chips. We did have some notes with the bathroom. Wasn't really the cleanliest bathroom we've had. It seemed like every day we went to get towels to dry off with after the shower, we would find stains on the towels. So we kind of had to look through our towels and make sure they were really clean. Our room did come with that bottle. It said Don Perignon, or almost like Don Pierre. So it was funny. We thought it was Don Perignon's brother or sister or whatever. Here's another cousin. Here's another look of our swim out suite. Jarius thought way ahead of time and came with some floats that really worked out well.
Bring your floaties, because there's a lazy river you can bring them on too.
Oh yeah, I also have a lazy river here at the resort. But yes, please don't forget to bring your floaties. We bought a little pump. This is us getting rained. It kind of rained. Lots of rain. We got rained out a lot. With just the weather and stuff.
So check your weather before you go down there.
Yeah, June. We usually get rained out in June.
We stayed right in front of the Brasa Grill, which is a Brazilian steakhouse. It's actually really good. This was the first restaurant we went to for dinner, and so we'll see that tonight. All in all, the check-in process was smooth. The resort looked beautiful. You can see the high winds, though, starting to come in, but it was still a good time. I will drop a pro tip gem when you get in there. You do want to, I believe you can either order it off the app or give a call to the front desk and you can order a dehumidifier, and that'll keep your room dry. You know how sometimes you'll go to islands and tropical places, beaches, what have you. You may run into wet sheets and wet floors and damp everything. So you can order a dehumidifier from them and put in your room, but you will have to keep emptying that water bucket. But it really helped. It kept everything dry. The sheets were dry. We had dry night sleeps. So that's a pro tip. You can get that.
I really enjoyed the room. I think Jace did too. Um, for the most part, it was clean. It was really nice having a swim out. As you can see, the swim outs are connected, but we still had like a privacy feel. We really didn't. I can't tell you if we had neighbors because we didn't really run into them that much. We ran into some people, or met some people that were a few doors down that was just kind of swimming by. But overall, it was almost like we really did have our own pool. You can see there's somebody sitting on the patio. I didn't even no clue that they were there the whole time, or at least while we were there. People kept getting locked out of their room. That's another thing to keep in mind of if you get a balcony or a swim out, just don't get locked out. It didn't happen to us, but it happened to some people. Our first night, we went to the restaurant directly across from our room. Braza, it is a Brazilian steakhouse that also serves breakfast. We ended up taking advantage of our VIP section at the club that was included with the bottle, like we mentioned earlier. And what was cool was while the DJ played music, we kept getting like mini burlesque breaks. It was a group of girls and a guy that would come out and give us a little show. It was definitely a different experience.
Yeah, the club didn't disappoint. It was a lot of dancing, butt shaking, whatever you like, you know.
But we noticed it was only that kind of hip hop style music on Friday nights. And Esteban told us Friday nights would be the better night to come. I don't know if he just assumed we like hip hop or, because it's all subjective. If you like pop, or non hip hop music, then Friday wouldn't be your favorite night.
It was a night for that.
It was a night for that. So Friday night seemed like the hip hop night, and I think the only night that these girls are doing the burlesque dancing or show. I think this is burlesque. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're gonna see now. She also one girl got on the pole, so
yeah, it was a good show.
It was a very entertaining show. Like I said, I strongly think this is only Friday, and this is also could be why Esteban told us to come Friday because he knew that Friday included the dancers and. I honestly didn't even.
The VIP was on Friday.
Yeah,
too.
and the VIP was only Friday because we did not see them really selling bottles in there any other night. So
they would let you sit down. You couldn't just sit in these seats they were in. You had to get the bottle to sit down in these seats.
Yeah, so I definitely, if you can go Friday, just go. It'll be a good time. And if you don't like it, you're only couple 100 yards from your room. Just go lay down.
They have movies and stuff too. There's other stuff you can kind of get into.
Room service too.
Yeah. See through the night they let people get closer and closer to the stage, so the DJ was back there behind those guitars, and you could go up there and request your song if you want to, but it was a live time. Morning vlog. It's my birthday. Just eating in bed. And Terry is trying to get it together over there. It's our little dirty room. Get into it.
So for our lunch, we decided to try Gusto's. This was our first time eating lunch other than Guy's Burgers on arrival. This was our first time eating lunch on the resort. Jarius enjoyed his lasagna. I was able to build my own shrimp Alfredo pasta.
The lasagna was really good. It was like in a brick fire oven or something.
And
Bussin'.
and after that, we headed back to the swim out for our little fun. There's us enjoying our bottle that we purchased and for some reason didn't even take to the club. If y'all noticed, our table was empty at the club. We didn't bring any of the bottles that we brought to the club. But
Yeah,
hey,
he told us that we could either bring our bottles or get the bottle service. So we did have like a dedicated waiter that came and serviced us, brought us whatever drink we wanted.
there's our other bottle. Jerry is drinking it in the pool. Everywhere but the club, y'all. Everywhere but the club. And then that night for dinner, we had hibachi.
Yes, this is my birthday night. So
Yes.
this is where we ate for my birthday. It was a good time. The guy was cool. He wasn't as showboaty as some of the other guys in there, but he was pretty cool, you know.
I think we hurt his feelings a little bit, y'all. Like, y'all, I think what he's doing right now, as y'all can see, everybody's kind of like looking around on their phones. Like, this was him first walking up. We didn't really like give him our full undivided attention, y'all, but he didn't really do a good job demanding it. He just, if you're not paying attention, you would think all those clanks are just him shuffling the food around and doing his thing. But that was his attempt to get us rowdy, I think. He just really didn't say anything. But unfortunately, we were also sitting at a table with like the kids of some adults, or like the teenagers of some adults. So, teenagers are too cool for everything. So they weren't really enjoying it how like their parents were behind us.
But the food was just okay too. I feel like he could have seasoned it some more.
Oh, always,
Maybe a little
always.
more garlic butter and stuff. I don't know. It just tastes kind of bland a little bit, but it was
Yeah.
okay.
We've definitely had better hibachi, and it does not require tons of butter and tons. It's just
Yeah,
the
it's
right
kind of
amount. It was,
quality.
yeah. It just wasn't there, And like he silently built this lava volcano. He silently like did a lot of things. You just
Silently just.
other than like this, the boom, boom, whatever to get. But that was like the parents that's yelling back. What you hear yelling back, those are the parents having fun at their table. Like, and the kids are looking like, oh, look, my parents are having more fun. Anywho, here's dessert. Overall, I rate the hibachi a smooth 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was one of those, you had hibachi once, you've had it
Yeah,
everywhere.
free hibachi.
Not free, prepaid. Next day, we tried to hit the beach. Jerry's has this obsession with going to the beach when it looks like a monsoon is coming. So every time it looks like the worst storm possible was coming our way, Jerry's literally ran to the ocean. And as you can see, you literally couldn't. There's Isla Mujeres a little bit, but he's just weird.
The waves were pretty wild. Those red flags probably the entire time we were there. Hopefully you can check the weather, but it was pretty rough while we were there.
Don't go in June. Just try July if you can. I mean, I get it if your birthday's in June. That's why we're there. Go. One time we went in June. We've been in Cancun every year in June since 2021, y'all. That's why we're saying this so confidently. 2021, we stayed at a hotel a couple doors down from this. It rained just like this the whole time. 2022, Jarius went with his homeboys. It rained a little bit on him. 2023, we were there for a wedding and Jarius' birthday again. And it didn't rain. That was the only time it didn't rain. And then here we are in 2024.
And it's about to get
And y'all see
pretty
us.
crazy right now, guys.
Yeah, like this
It's
is...
about to get thick. We stayed in the storm. We caught a bit of the storm. And we rode through that storm. But like all the other people on the resort, we're not giving up our vacation that easy. You'll see some people still enjoying their vacation. We went back and still enjoyed ours. Got a couple drinks in the rain. I mean, we're there to get wet anyway. Why not?
Said like a true adventurous.
Yeah, you gotta get in there. But it definitely was a crazy storm we walked through. The rain was hurting. Those drops were hard. But it was a fun time. Still gotta get it, baby. I said, still gotta get it.
Okay, why is my phone good? Okay, set official name.
And it's the one available. Okay, guys, resort tour in the rain. Bet you never had this before. So, this is the all adults pool. Yeah, I said resort tour in the rain. Bet you never had this before. Yeah, this is all inclusive. We gotta put up a strictly rain video now. You see the jacuzzi? Yeah. Flooded. It's a rain only tour, guys. You come to a resort, it rains, it's still open. Know that. Know that. You wanna get in?
When I say this was us pretty much most days, like we tried to start out strong, but this is pretty much how our days went until the night.
Feel free to sponsor us, Don Julio. When times are rough and you don't care, Don Julio 70 is there for rain, shine, sleet, snow. Don.
Now, I would like to tell you about the best restaurant on the resort. It's called Catch, and it is the seafood restaurant. The food is really good. They offer lunch and dinner, and it sits right behind Braza Grill. It sits on the back side of Braza on the adults only side. Y'all, this seafood, this restaurant was really good. Their clam chowder was probably hands down some of the best clam chowder I've ever had. It was green. I think that was because I think it was Caribbean clam chowder, so it had green pepper in it.
We doubled back for dinner time, and as you can see, it was still some pretty good servings they were giving us.
Still really good food. The salmon was amazing.
The quality was good.
Oh, those buttered vegetables. My God, y'all. Go to Catch. I'm telling you. Good. The next morning, we ended up going back to Braza. This time, we did it for breakfast. It was really good. The food was fresh. I like Braza a little bit more than going to the buffet. Simply because, you don't have to, excuse me, and rub shoulders and pick up after somebody put down. They had like a mini buffet area that had, croissants, fruit, slices of like raw salmon, but
you still got to order a la carte.
yeah, you still ordered a la carte off the menu. Here we are back again at the beach. Jerry has sensed the storm, and in true fashion, sense the storm, go to the beach. This time he chose to do it with a mojito. Yeah, same stuff going on, same choppy wind. They never, as y'all can see, that was like how the seats looked the entire time. They never like made an effort to set the seats up with cushions and umbrellas for the
regular people. The star class did get like a better
yeah,
setup. They had their cushions on, and it was
mm-hmm.
well taken care of, but they kind of just threw us regular people to the side. It was kind of like
sure
crazy.
Did.
They did do a good job maintaining that seaweed, though. The storm kind of pushed a lot of the seaweed out, so it was coming out. They had a tractor out there. They did a good job cleaning everything.
Because look at this, y'all. The camera's going to back up shortly, and you're going to see, if you paid attention earlier, it was clumps of seafood. You see where my mind is. Catch, I miss you. It was clumps of seaweed. Like, you can kind of tell in the sand, right, where it was, and it's gone.
Yeah, and that's the star class right there.
Yeah, that's star class. You see the cabana beds and fun, and then if our side was just bare bones. we had to make it do what it do. It was a pretty nice day. The storm hadn't arrived yet. It was on the way. It was to the left. I mean, to the right. Y'all couldn't see it in that shot, but it was on to the right. Jerry sensed it, so we went to get rained on. Yeah.
And this is That's me just throwing my drone up. Those winds were kind of hard, so it is what it is. I got some good shots. Hopefully, it isn't making you guys sick or anything, but I'm trying to get my drone work up. So let me know how I did. This is the DJI Mini 2.
We'll link all of the equipment used in this video in the bio, aka iPhone 13 and a DJI Mini 2. And as y'all can see, the storm is a brewing. The water looks so nice and blue, though. I will give you that. When we did get in the water, Jerry's had me in the tides. Y'all, my body flipped underwater. I'm not
Yeah,
going to get
the
in that
waves were rough,
too
so
much, but the
I got
waves
hurt a
were
little
rough.
bit too.
Yeah, Jerry's has a permanent scratch. It's not worth it. And Daddy, if you ever watch this video, I've learned my lesson. It's not worth it.
It's a good time though.
That's ridiculous. Anyway,
I'm a strong swimmer though. We're both good swimmers, so definitely stay safe out there. Don't do anything crazy, or you might have to pay for it like we did.
overall, we really enjoyed the resort. We had a couple minor hiccups with, like we mentioned earlier, Guy's Burger. We really didn't go to like the family side of Planet Hollywood that often. The lazy river is over there, so we did go see that. I don't think we have footage of that, but we're doing a pan, as you can see. If you want to take it back a couple seconds, the family side was to the right. It was that first pool when we first started that pan. Now I will tell you, we were over on the family side and we were underneath their towel hut trying to get some towels before we got on the lazy river. You all, there was feces on the ground, and I'm assuming from a child. I noticed it like as I walked up on it, and it's just gross. That's why you always go adults only. I'm sorry to all the parents out there. No shade to your kids and, whatever, because, Jerry's has Noah. We have kids, whatever. I don't have any myself, but Jerry's has Noah. So it's not a kid hate train, but there was poop on the ground, and it's just like, ugh. That's all I'm gonna say. So we managed to avoid that, but unfortunately, I guess some people really didn't realize what it is. People were stepping in it. It was wet. It was smearing. It's just gross. It's just gross. So that was like a thing for me, and that was like the one and only time we were on the family side. So be on the lookout. Watch your step. Unfortunately, um, that's really it. Let's see what
It
else,
was
honey.
still a good time though. I'd maybe go back. Maybe if it was a little bit cheaper, I'd go back. But we wouldn't have to do the swim out and all that. The swim out really made it though. That really made the trip a lot better since you could just come out, jump in your pool. The ocean was the ocean. It's still beautiful, a good time. But all in all, I maybe give the entire resort maybe like a 7, 8, 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5. I know a lot of people, when you give reviews, everybody goes to 7. It's like a neutral or average type thing. I do like it's either like a 6.9 or 8.1, because I just want to avoid, like, it has its ups, but it also is kind of like, this is okay. The food, I've definitely had better food. Right
Yeah.
down the street from this resort is
Majestic Mirage.
no,
Or
Majestic Elegance, Costa
Okay.
Mujeres, and I give that resort like a straight up 9 to 10. I mean, beautiful resort, great food, great vibes, secluded, so you don't have a lot of people panhandling on the beach. And that's what we liked about this resort too. Since we're in the Costa Mujeres area, which is north of the Cancun hotel zone, you don't have many panhandlers on the boat. You're not getting asked to buy blankets and seashells and
On the
cigars.
resort.
I'm sorry, on the beach. That's it, on the resort.
You said the boat.
No. On the beach, you don't get that many panhandlers. There's not many people walking up to you at all. I don't think we got panhandled once up here. And the same when we stayed at Majestic. I think when we stayed in Majestic, some guy did come up to us trying to sell us the devil's lettuce. But, and other explicit things. But, other than that, it was not as bad as it is in the hotel zone. So overall, yeah, I'll go ahead and give this resort a 8.1. I love the purpleness of it, the purple stars and just the purple accents everywhere.
Yeah,
It was,
everything's purple. That's why this vlog's purple. But,
yeah. But overall, it's a good resort. I would recommend it. Maybe not for as long as we stayed. We stayed for, I think, 6 days, 6 nights, 7 days. It's probably more of a 3 night, 4 day type vacation. So
As you can see, I'm not gonna
trips.
miss out on my vacation for a little
Rain.
bit of rain, man. You better get out there and have a good
Cloudy
time,
skies.
no matter what the weather is.
But no matter what, I will say we walked past the Star Class area. I would maybe do the Star Class because I love having a butler and, you know,
Yeah, it was just
those
booked out, though.
amenities.
It wasn't available at all.
Yeah, it was really sold out. So that's probably if I was to come back to the resort, I would get a swim out. I would do Star Class. If I couldn't do Star Class, I would do adults only. Definitely not staying on the kids side. And I would not eat at God's Burgers again. Here's a shot of the buffet.
This is a lunch buffet. You know, it was decent.
Okay, this was lunch,
I
not
don't think
breakfast.
we actually did a dinner buffet or anything.
No, we did not come to the buffet for dinner. We did come to the buffet a couple times for breakfast, and all I can say, as I said in the Brazza section of this video, it was super crowded. The omelet line was a very long. It was one older lady getting down on those omelets, and the rest of the people were just kind of like struggling with
They were
those
struggling
omelets.
bad. It was one lady didn't even have a pan, and she was making her omelets faster than the people with the pans, trying to use 2 and 3 pans to make an omelet. It was kind of crazy, but you know.
How would you rate the service, Jerry's? Okay, I will say this. When we first got to the resort, we were hungry. It was just a lot going on. And we knew our room kind of wouldn't be ready based off past experiences at these resorts in Cancun. Your room really isn't ready until 3, no matter how early you get there, no matter how much you smile and do the little dance. Your room won't be ready until 3. We were we understood that. We didn't complain about that at all, but it was a little frustrating. We got to the resort, we knew we could just hang out and get some food while we waited on our room, but somehow or another we kind of got coerced into talking to this lady and getting upsold a timeshare. I mean, to the point where she gave us an appointment. She was telling us we would get $500 at other resorts, but we stood her up. Basically, she made the appointment for the next morning, which we told her we had something to do. She kind of didn't care. So we kind of didn't care when we stood her up. So lady, if you're seeing this, I don't know. Sorry, I guess. But it's not what you... Timeshares are so a thing of the past. Hang it up. Just hang it up. That's my regards to all resorts that try to upsell you. They're going to try to upsell you. I don't know if it happens in the main side, but it definitely happens in the adult area side. We checked in and we turned to walk to the resort, and they start asking us if we got our gift booklet. And we do know that sometimes you can come to these resorts and they'll give you a coupon booklet to use. Coupons, I guess, at the spa and other places. That is a natural given. But then she gave us our coupon book and was like, oh wait, let's talk, and next thing you know, we had an appointment for a 90-minute presentation. If you know, you know. So we, instead of just going saying no 50 million times, we politely stood her up. Actually, I think she did call our room the next morning, and we was just like, we're not coming. Bye. Flick.
So how was the spa? Did you do some spa stuff?
Oh yes, I did get my toes done there, you all. I ran out of time before I left, so I had to get my feet done at the resort. It was okay. She hurt me a little bit. It took a while to get my pedicure started because they had a leak. I guess one of the manicure tubs leaked. Not really sure, but overall I was the only one in there. She did a good job. I tipped her well. She hurt me a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. I guess I would recommend getting your feet done. I didn't really get to see any other parts of the spa. The coupon book is a scam because they say you can get 50% off spa services. So nails fall under spa services, but they meant body massages and facials. So didn't really get to use the coupon book there. I don't think we used the coupon book at all at that point since we didn't do anything else.
And as you can see on lunch, getting back to what's going on, you can get some meals made, just for you and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool if you don't want to just eat all the buffet food. There are other options. And then we did this pretty cool excursion. I really liked it. I couldn't tell you the name of it right
Viator.
now.
We got it off Viator. It was the Hotel Excaret. It was the Excaret Fuego.
There it is, yep.
We realized that we probably gonna try to stay at the Excaret next time. We'll make a whole nother video for the excursion, but Hotel Excaret, excuse me if I'm saying it wrong. It's not only a nice hotel, they have multiple amusement parks. So this was Fuego. This was a nighttime amusement park where we zip line, drove buggies, swam in caves,
Rode slides.
rode the biggest slide in Mexico, I think. I don't want to say the world because I think the one at Coco Key
I think
is
that is.
the world's biggest slide. Anywho, The excursion was really fun. This is our last meal. The morning of, we went back to Braza and got some really good breakfast, cooked the order. So yeah, that was a mini wrap on the excursions. We want to thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe.
Thanks, guys.